How's it going, guys? Coach Avi here. Welcome back to the channel. Trying to come out of retirement for the 5th time this month. I'm out here doing an individual training session, some of the same stuff that I've done in previous sessions, because that's kind of the way I like to train. Some speed and agility, some ball work, and tying it all together with some fitness and conditioning. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so for this video I figured I'd do a voiceover just so I can give you guys a little bit of like my thoughts, how I plan the sessions, why I plan the sessions the way I do. I always like to start off with a really good warm-up. I try to incorporate some bands, lots of dynamic stretches, and then at the end I'll probably finish off with some static stretching. The bands are really good because they provide a little bit of tension, a little bit of resistance, get those muscles warmed up, and then afterwards my biggest focus is the hamstrings and the groin, because those are the two muscle areas where I really struggle with. If I don't warm those up properly, then I'm at a really high risk of pulling those muscles. So for me, when I do the warm-up, I take about 15 to 20 minutes. It's a really big focus, or a really big emphasis on the hamstrings and the groin area. I always like to start off with something basic, something with little movement. So for this one, I did some juggling in a box area, just trying to alternate feet, doing different types of juggles, different heights as well. And if the ball starts going out of the space, then I try and bring it back in and control it. I did this for about, I would say 5 to 10 minutes. Nothing too extensive, nothing too crazy, but like I said, the focus is making sure if I do something with my right foot, I do something with my left foot. And as you guys can see, my left foot is not as good as my right foot. So either way, just because it's not as good, that doesn't mean I skip it because I'm embarrassed of it. That means I'm here at training, and that's what I'm going to work on to make sure that they're as even as possible. After that, I went into some Corver exercises. Again, just in that same box area, I did outside, inside, outside, inside. This one's actually really hard because you notice that if you don't get your entire foot around the ball, you end up creeping forward a little bit, and then you start to lose control. After that one, I just did some sole rolls, back and forth, inside, outside, on a little hop, trying to go quickly, but at the same time trying not to lose control of the ball at all times. When I do these Corver exercises, I'm really just focusing on getting touches with different parts of my foot. So you'll see the outside, the inside, the bottom of my foot, and just different variations, just getting creative. Oftentimes when I get to my sessions, I don't even plan this part because I know I'm going to do it every single time. So just whatever pops in my head is what I'll do, and I'll take about, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes total working on different Corvers and different little touch exercises like this. After that, I wanted to go into a speed and agility exercise. So I got some of these hurdles. Most of them are at about 8 inches, and then the last one I think is at 12 inches. And all I'm doing is quick feet in, going forwards, going sideways, and then exploding out all the way up to the cone. I really like this exercise. I think I saw this one on Instagram. Again, moving your feet quickly, trying to use my arms to alternate with my feet as well, so my arms aren't just staying stagnant, and then just a little explosive step when I get to that last hurdle. So you guys can see that I switched it up a little bit. For some reps, I did a double step in between each hurdle, and some I just did a single step in between each hurdle. Just switching it up. There's really not much else to it other than just trying different little variations of the exercise. After that, I went into this dribbling exercise. It's very simple. I just dribble through some cones. When I get to the middle cones, I do a little figure 8, and then I go to the other side. When I get to the end on the other side, I just turn around and then I repeat the same thing. So you can use it as a fitness and conditioning exercise depending on how long you work for. So I think I did 4 reps of this total. So I went there and back twice. But if you guys want to adjust the fitness levels, you guys can extend it, or if it's a little too hard, you can shorten it as well, or you can even go for time and then manage your rest in between so that you're working on your fitness and your conditioning. So again, like I said, all of this is preference. I don't really write down the reps or the rest time and work time in my notebook when I'm planning out these sessions. I mostly just write up the exercises, and then depending on how I'm feeling or how my body's reacting to the exercises, whether I'll extend it or not. After that, we got rid of the ball again, and we just did a really quick speed and agility exercise with these 2 lines. All it is pretty much quick feet through the cone. I go around the cones at the far end, and then I come back and repeat the same thing that I did, whether it's backwards or switch to the other side. And I did, I think, maybe 5 or 6 different variations of this, and I even incorporated some of the balance as well. So there's some where I take a step, I balance my entire body, and then when I get to one end, I sprint diagonally to the other cone. So for the last exercise, I brought the hurdles back, and it's kind of a little combination of both the speed and agility and also the dribbling speed. So pretty much I start in the middle, I go off to one side, go off to the other side, and then explode through the front hurdle, and then I grab the ball, I dribble as fast as I can to the cone. But the focus of this one for me is not necessarily how fast I can dribble to the cone, but more so how quickly I can explode to the ball. It's very, very quick. It's only those first few initial steps that I'm really worried about, because as you can see, by the time I get to the cone, I'm actually already slowing down. And I did this one, I think, maybe 10 times total. Overall, I would say it's like a medium intensity session, maybe even lighter. I didn't really feel like I was super exhausted at the end. I probably could have stayed and done some fitness, but I just ended the session there. Like I said, light to medium intensity session. Doesn't always have to be super taxing on the body. All right, guys, so that's it for this session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys liked the voiceover. Like I said, Coach Javi trying to come out of retirement for the 5th time this month. Hopefully this time I actually continue with my training. So yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you guys can see future videos. And also make sure you guys go and subscribe to my podcast channel, where I'm doing a lot of educational and informative podcasts. Till next time, adios, muchachos.